Aratama, uncut gem. There are 3 Chinese characters for the rendering of the word ara. 1, 2, and 3. The first character connotes roughness, the second coarseness, and the third newness. All 3 are legitimate expressions for the word. I can make the assertion that ara is etymologically the same word as both aru, to be or to exist, and aru, to live or to exist. These 2 aru verbs both denote the same thing: existence, presence, ontology, being. Furthermore, I can assert that aratamaru, to renew or to reform, and arau, to wash, are closely related verbs. In short, the traditional Japanese way of thinking on the issue of ontology or being is embedded in this cluster of words starting with aru and ara. Allow me to elaborate. When something is born, when something comes into being, it possesses its own autonomous being. When an alteration occurs at some point within that being, the life force within it is renewed, updated. In other words, an object or entity that has just come into being is often rugged and rough, ara, as we say. All things inevitably grow old in time, but when washed, they spring to life once again. This process of revitalization is precisely the meaning of arao, to cleanse and revive that which has deteriorated. This fundamental ontological premise lies at the heart of the Japanese perspective on life and on being. The souls, tamashi, that dwell within this sort of life force are what we call aratama. The tama part of the word equates the soul's visible form to either tama, a gem, or tama, pearl. The distinction between these 2 types of tama is their place of origin. The former is found in mountains, the latter in the ocean. Perhaps you might have thought that the soul was in the shape of a heart, but it was a sphere, a round, beautiful shape, the shape of human soul. The soul grows and matures from time to time. Nikitama, the Japanese word for the mature soul, is a combination of the Chinese characters for harmony, wa, and soul, tamashi, kon. Crucially, Japanese people have always regarded themselves as possessing both types of spirit. When fighting, we possess an uncut gem of a soul, a blunt, rough spirit, an aratama. When the situation calls for conciliation, our harmonious soul, our nikitama, serves this function. Incidentally, Japanese people have long thought that the temporal unit called the year, the toshi, is replaced with a new one when the new soul, aratama, comes around on a 1-year cycle. This notion spawned the expression aratama no toshi, with aratama serving here as a makura kotoba, or pillow word. The word toshi, which means year, also means harvest, with a different character. The one-time brand new soul brings about a one-time brand new harvest. Then the brand new soul once again trades places with the new soul that brings forth once again the next harvest. This at least is what our pre-modern Japanese ancestors thought about the matter. But in fact, as Romanian religion scholar Mircea Eliade notes in his book The Myth of the Eternal Return, 1949, several African tribes have held the same types of view, namely that each year unit coincides with the bearing of a new spirit soul. I see this flexible, reverent view of the spiritual world as one of the Japanese people's most wonderful possessions. And to think, the universality of the aratama idea extends all the way to Africa. The word has a pleasant ring, rich with overtones.